break up with your boyfriend one night and the next day he is posted up with Ice Spice and Chrome Hearts. I didn't even actually get to break up with him and he's already with the next girl. He gave me not even like 12 hours notice before he was being filmed in Chrome Hearts with her. The flight from America is 12 hours. She was already... Woman to woman, what did he get you from Chrome Hearts? Because all I ever got was a tank top. So yet again, I am in the comment section with you guys. Such is a bop. This is 4 days until my birthday.
Central Cee's swagger has always been unmatched. But when it comes to love, even the smoothest operators can hit a rough patch. After his whirlwind romance with the fiery Ice Spice, things took a shocking turn. She dumped him. From romantic whispers to explosive public drama, these two stars have gone from cozy to chaotic in no time. But what exactly could have gone so wrong between these two chart toppers? In a surprising twist, Central Cee fires back with raw emotion and sharp words, revealing the untold truth behind their breakup. Stick around as we dive into the shocking details behind this fiery fallout that's got everyone talking. But before that, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into the details. It's official. Central Cee and Ice Spice are officially at odds. The drama began when Ice Spice swooped in, stealing the British rapper away from his TikTok sensation girlfriend, Big Mats.
You recently just went through a breakup.
Yes.
The internet just basically found out this week. And to give context to the Daddy Gang, maybe you guys are familiar, maybe you're not. Madeline was dating someone that is also in the public eye, is a very famous rapper from the UK. And your relationship kind of just like blew up online. You guys were seen together. You guys made some TikToks together. Like you were out together at parties and like everyone was obsessed with you guys. And then this week, something kind of came out where he was at a concert essentially. And someone that was on stage with him was like, my boy is single. And everyone's like, wait, what's happening? So to confirm, you guys are broken up.
Yes.
But what seemed like a passionate love affair quickly turned into a shocking twist. Ice Spice used him, then dumped him without looking back. It now appears that Central Cee might have misread the situation entirely. Ice Spice reportedly played the whole love triangle as a strategic move to promote her I2K project. But despite all the hype and industry backing, the project flopped, selling just 20K in its first week. Given how much the industry is pushing her right now, the numbers are far from impressive. The plot thickens as Central Cee recently confronted Ice Spice after their breakup, leading to an intense fallout that took an unexpected turn. This situation has gotten messier by the day, especially since Central Cee seems to be clinging to what they once had. But Ice Spice has already moved on, starting fresh with a new fling. The big question now is whether she's actually on the controversial weight loss trend, OIC, which has taken Hollywood by storm. And with Central Cee entering his post-Ice Spice era, what's next for him? The rapper's noticeable weight loss has sparked rumors that he might also be using OAC, a trend among American celebrities looking for quick results. Central Cee's transformation has people talking, especially since some sources suggest that his drastic change might be tied to his heartbreak over Ice Spice. Despite all the warnings, Central Cee became completely captivated by Ice Spice, leading him down this turbulent path. As the dust begins to settle, it's clear that the fallout from their breakup is far from over. With both artists heading in very different directions, the tension between them continues to rise. The world is watching closely to see how Central Cee will handle this new chapter in his life, especially as Ice Spice continues to stir the pot with her new endeavors. He should have seen the signs. Her obsession was never really about him. Ice Spice had her eyes on something else entirely, something that had nothing to do with love or affection. It's clear now that she was always fixated on her career, and she was willing to do whatever it took to climb the ladder of fame, even if it meant using people along the way. The latest interaction between her and Central Cee tells the real story behind their split. Central Cee, still reeling from the breakup, tried to make sense of it all. During a conversation, the tension was palpable as he tried to mask his emotions. "You promised me a music video feature," he reminded her, hoping to rekindle some of the connection they once shared. Ice Spice, unfazed, brushed it off with a casual, "You can still do that." But it was clear that her mind was elsewhere. "You're too busy," he pushed back, sensing that her priorities had shifted. "That's not true. I'm here right now, aren't I?" she countered. But the spark was gone. The conversation ended with an offer to shoot a music video right then and there, but it was more of a hollow gesture than anything real. Ice Spice's true focus was always her career, and she's proven that she'll stop at nothing to achieve the influence she craves. Her recent moves have made that abundantly clear. Despite the Y2K album's lackluster performance, selling only 20,000 copies, she managed to stay in the spotlight. How, you ask? The answer lies in her ability to find influence in the most unexpected places. Ice Spice knows how to navigate the industry, even when her music alone isn't enough to keep her relevant. Take, for instance, her situation with Nicki Minaj. Who in their right mind would distance themselves from a powerhouse like Nicki, especially when they don't have another artist of her caliber as a backup? Ice Spice's actions suggest she's calculating and determined to forge her own path, even if it means burning bridges along the way. It's a risky move, but it's one that speaks to her relentless ambition. Consider the case with Latto. If it weren't for Cardi B standing by her side, she might have found herself scrambling to win back Nicki's favor. Instead, Latto managed to hold her own, but not without a few strategic alliances along the way. It's a game of survival in the music industry, and Ice Spice is playing it with a cold, calculated approach. Now that Central Cee has found himself on the outside looking in, it's clear that Ice Spice was never interested in anything more than what he could offer her in terms of career advancement. Ice Spice is truly in a league of her own, showing just how ruthless she can be in the pursuit of fame. She has boldly cut ties with Nicki Minaj and set her sights on Cardi B, displaying a level of courage that few can match. It's hard not to respect her audacity, but where she gets such nerve is anyone's guess. Central Cee, unfortunately, was just another pawn in her relentless game of staying relevant, and it worked like a charm. The numbers speak for themselves. Her involvement with Central Cee and Meline RG created a media storm that drew in staggering attention. The drama surrounding Ice Spice, Central Cee, and Meline RG has pulled in hundreds of millions, possibly nearing 1 billion, views. Just from Meline RG's 6 TikTok videos alone, the saga garnered over 333 million views. A mind-boggling figure. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Meline RG didn't stop there. She released a podcast where she went into great detail about her relationship with Central Cee, exposing the rapper in a way that left many stunned. In the podcast, Meline RG revealed how Central Cee publicly humiliated her, using her as a mere pawn in his publicity stunt without her knowledge. The stunt was designed to make it appear as though he was involved with another girl, adding fuel to the already blazing fire of rumors. The most surprising thing, however, is how Meline RG managed to stay so calm amid the chaos. Her composure, despite the drama and betrayal, has left people wondering how she maintained such coolness under pressure. Meline RG's story continues to unfold in a way that has captivated the public, revealing the intense emotional turmoil she went through after discovering the truth. She shared how, for the first 5 days after learning what had happened, starting from July 1st, she was in a state of complete shock and despair. During those days, she lay in bed, consumed by her thoughts, unable to eat, drink, or even move. She was drenched in sweat, overwhelmed by the weight of the situation. Yet she knew she couldn't afford to break down publicly. The fear of being seen as tweaking online kept her silent, despite the inner turmoil she was experiencing. Since then, Meline RG has received overwhelming support from fans on social media. Admirers have flooded her with messages praising her for her strength and composure. Posts like "What a woman, so well-spoken and classy, she deserves the world" have been common, reflecting the deep respect and empathy people have for her. Many have also noted how she handled the situation with grace, despite the pain she endured. Comments about how well-spoken and aware she is have only further cemented her reputation as someone who, even in the face of betrayal, managed to maintain her dignity.
I didn't even actually get to break up with him, and he's already with the next girl. He gave me not even like 12 hours notice before he was being filmed in Chrome Hearts with her. The flight from America is 12 hours. She was already on the plane. This is 4 days until my birthday. When I saw him in her comment section like that, I tweaked so bad I was gonna put this.
The situation has not been easy for Central Cee either. Media sources report that he feels deeply upset, realizing that he was used and missiled. The entire ordeal has left him with a tarnished reputation as a cheater, a label that came as a result of the publicity stunt orchestrated by Ice Spice. His involvement in the drama has done more harm than good, leaving him with little to show for it other than public humiliation. Ice Spice's I2K tour, which began in Denmark in early July, is now seen in a different light. It's becoming increasingly clear that she played Central Cee to generate quick attention and buzz in preparation for her album launch. While she's been able to ride the wave of controversy to keep her name in the headlines, Central Cee is just now coming to terms with how